of Alexandria. We're heading the same direction, but not only by the seafront. To get to the Catacombs, we go to the western district of the city, and you will see the big difference between life in the area, which is close by the seafront, and life in the back streets of Alexandria, where we have the Catacombs, which was discovered accidentally in the early beginning of 1900 AD, which is a unique style of the tomb like this in Egypt. No other catacombs yet to be discovered in my country till today. Maybe you can find something new while we are visiting the old catacombs. We'll see anyway. Archaeologists still running a lot of excavations to find more tombs in Alexandria, but more still to be continued.
Em đi tháng 6 vô đây mùa đẹp, đẹp lắm á, đẹp không á.
I'm so glad that the weather in Alexandria is like this because like a few days before your arrival, it was raining. I can tell you all day it was raining. So glad that it would stay like this. Yesterday only it was raining for like 5 minutes all the way from Cairo to Alex. Meanwhile it was partly cloudy. Meanwhile today I hope to stay like this for the whole trip. Of the royal family back to the 19th century AD, you can see the palm tree, see many rings. When you count 4 rings, this is equal to 1 year. So you can know how old is that tree by counting the rings. Each 4 rings means 1 year. That's the way. Going down there, I believe 91 or 92 steps, right? But just very easy to be the sightseeing and lunch we have today. Maybe you can stop to visit the library if you would like. As I told you last night, I can drop you off and then you can take a taxi back home. If you feel I'm okay to get back again to the Gardens of El-Murtaza, I can stroll at the Gardens of El-Murtaza. You can even walk to the area where you have the replica of the lighthouse. A nice walk. This is in the afternoon if you're still interested. Maybe you can sit in the balcony to enjoy the view of the Mediterranean. The view of this hotel is fantastic. That's the best view we have in the city. Truly interesting when we have remains of several cities. And divers did a great job to find the ruins of 2 parts of the old city of Alexandria. To cross the street is a big challenge, so they made like traffic lights here. Every now and then you have like traffic lights to stop accidents. See some Egyptian women here walking to enjoy the nice walk. City of Alexandria to the north coast, but we have nice areas as well, but less crowd than Cairo. They would get them part time here, more than 3 million from Cairo coming to Spain. Of Siwa, which is close to Libya, close by the Libyan borders. And we do have borders with Libya, 1,000 kilometers. Right? The Egyptian army is taking control of the Egyptian borders, especially after the things happened in Libya, and the revolution was in Libya, so securing from the West, African tribes from the South, I mean the area till we have the source of the river Nile, and the Hittites in Asia Minor. That's why those were the traditional enemies of Egypt, time of the pharaohs. And that was the reason the ancient Egyptian kings, they did their best to expand the limits of Egypt to maximum width by dominating Libya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, Uganda, till we have the source of the river Nile, and even to the north, Syria, Lebanon was part of the Egyptian Empire. Like the great king, King Ramses II, like King Thutmose III, who established such a great empire, and he sent more than 17 campaigns for expanding the limits of Egypt to its maximum width. That's why when you see the statue of King Ramses II in the ancient Egyptian temples, you will find such a lovely smile on his face. I'm a very confident pharaoh. I'm running. It would give two reflections. Egyptians at that time doing a job like farmers, and the king is joining same life like the local people, so very exhausted end of the day. Others said this is reflecting the bad situation economy-wise. I mean, that's why the face of the king of the ancient Egyptian pharaohs. This is why no wonder prosperity. This will be my main central. See now the huge blocks here on the left hand side. I believe we are planning to add these blocks all the way to stop the erosion from the water of the sea. That's the only way to protect the seafront of Alexandria. By many big companies like French, Italians, Maltese, Turkish. That was the beginning of the story of the discovery of the catacombs, by the way. You will see what I mean when we get to the site. The need of having fine rocks for the major constructions running in Alexandria back to 1980 was behind the discovery accidentally, the tomb of the catacombs. Three young ladies, you can see the idea I was talking about. I'm wearing lovely. With a brother, married women, maybe husband. Back again to the Four Seasons Hotel on the left hand side. This is the biggest one in Alexandria. Some private cabins built here on the right hand side and making kind of like a lake. The palace is here, and behind the palace we do have the Royal Jewelry Museum with big collections of the jewelry from the royal family. Building the subway in Alexandria will help a lot, traffic-wise I mean. This is within the next 3 years. And also electricity provided for the Egyptians, even in Alexandria. Many years ago, used to be from the high dam for the hydro electricity from the high dam long time ago, back to 1961 to 1971 when the dam was constructed. Egypt, the last 5 years, with great help of China, we have the largest solar power station. One city, but it is always very hot, especially in summer season. Remember, when we get to the south, we get closer to the equator line. That's why it's much warmer, hotter than the north of Egypt. China, they built for Egypt the largest solar power station in Africa. Millions of Egyptians, is there any plan to control, first control plans I mean, we try that some radicalized ideas might prevent having great success in that fight. I can explain that point that many years ago, ideas given to some Muslims here, especially in villages as well local areas, when you have a bigger family and many kids, God is happier with you. That's the way. To be honest, God is happier with me if you have it. The Egyptians is got to be wise today. The view is nice from here even. Many coffee shops and cafeterias. Another. The minor railway station of Alexandria. I think you can see now the decoration over here. This is the hospital of Alexandria, the military hospital. And to remind you again, from that point, this is the beginning of the old city of Alexandria. Lucius, that was the first district, was built here, unfortunately, under the waters of Alexandria. We have no idea that we do have remains of several cities here in 1960. Before 1960, nobody finds anything. Till the fourth diver, Imam Abu Sa'adat, that's his name, he found a sphinx here in this area, Lucius, and that was the beginning, attracting many divers to find the remains of several cities under the waters of the Mediterranean of Alexandria. Shortly, you will see the Library of Alexandria, the Bibliothèque of Alexandria. Of the old building, which was completely destroyed time of the War of Alexandria, time of Mark Antony and Octavius, was completely destroyed. Egypt in 1989, we tried building the new library at the same location, and the designer of that building is an office from Norway. So the design is from Norway. This is exactly the city of Alexandria, the most famous library of Alexandria. 1989, that was the beginning. And we opened it in 2002. Busy. Most of them are students. University of Alexandria is like 10 minutes from here. Here to the left-hand side, St. Mark's School, built over the foundation of the oldest church in Alexandria, bearing the same name of St. Mark. First man introducing Christianity to the Egyptians in the 1st century AD. By the way, famous famous people like Queen Sophia from Spain. She studied in Alexandria. The late Jordanian king, King Hussein, studied in Alexandria also. Now we see the Library of Alexandria with the planetarium. You can see it next to it. As if it is represented like a sun disk rising from the water of the Mediterranean. That's the design made by one of the offices in Norway. the Children's Hospital on the right-hand side. The pyramid Alexandria since the British occupation to Egypt in 1881. Frame present occupied Egypt since 1881 and 19. Closer to the Catacombs. This is like a police station to the left hand side. You will see the west side of the city with its old districts. There is a huge lake. Alexandria. Houses used to be very old. In front of you, this is like a mausoleum for a Muslim man in the talking here about the 18th century AD. In the streets, very narrow. This is a new like car assembly. You will see this maybe on the way after we finish the catacombs. So if someone has like an accident or so for the car, you can make your own design. So half of the car could be Mercedes. In this place you have local vendors selling clothes, laundry here on the left hand side. While you're sitting on the left hand side. So when I told you that when you see some women walking in the street wearing those Egyptian women living in that place, and behind the wall on the right hand side we do have a Muslim cemetery. Close by the catacombs, which was a Roman cemetery. So this area by like midday, like 12:30 or so, or 12:30, very busy. One of the leaders during the war of Alexandria back to 30 before Christ. I think you can see it on your right side now. Yeah. This is Pompey's pillar on your right hand side now. To the Corinthian side. This pillar was dedicated here in the 3rd century AD, right? Dedicated by the locals of Alexandria to keep the annual tribute of wheat and rice should be sent from Egypt to Rome to the poor people of Alexandria when we had, like low flood season. There was no cultivation, so he decided to keep the food should be sent to Rome from Alex to the locals of Alexandria. Less than 5 minutes and we will get off. You may turn on your devices if you will double check to make sure that yours is working and fine. I can fix it if we need any assistance. I am loaded. I do have batteries, earpieces, whatsoever to make it convenient, but please check yourself. This place is selling beans and falafel. My finger now on. This is check your device. Shogafa. That's the name in the Greek Roman history. Okay? You can leave anything behind if you wish. Your coach is yours and no one else is using it. Completely the whole trip inside the tomb, it's indoor. We go downstairs to the shaft. We have like 10 minutes maybe outside. I don't think it is cold at all outside. It is fine now. Are we all okay with our devices? Thank you so much. Could you even imagine before 1900 AD that you have something wonderful underneath, which was discovered accidentally as we will see the ID. That I told you, the open air, then rest of the trip under the ground. We go to visit the Catacombs. Al-Shogafa. You see the sign on the right side said Al-Shogafa, the mountain of broken pieces of pottery jars and containers. You guys have an excellent driver.
The vertical column here will symbolize what? Male or masculine vital organ, penis. And this
restaurantes internacionales en la tierra.
you see the set here, and you should have like cases out of water. Yeah, that's the way they do. But here they spend one whole night to support the spirit of the deceased for the first journey to the afterlife. So that's the meaning. Hairstyle. Yeah, that's not right. That's not Egyptian. I mean, this is what? This is Greek-Roman Exactly. The necklace, the god, the bull god, the beast. The main god should be worshipped in the Greek Roman temple.
这个是人字的，放在这个船啊，然后放在这个船呢上面，前面有那个。
On the way outside, I will show you a map, and you see two hands. One is symbolizing or representing the Egyptian hand, the other one is SA hand. Americans, they gave the Egyptian government every year one. My professor, you can see from outside, and the public one, the one we saw over there. We have another the 2nd century AD. It seems most leaders have been killed by corruption. But later on, we found it's a huge tomb, as you can see. Yeah, and so that's the way over here. Very hard drop, as you can see, but
I see the legs.
the USA, they did a great job.